just showered. Anyway, tonight I'm trying out holding my microphone because I've seen some other folks do it. And, first of all, I was today years old. Today years old when I learned that the mic unscrews. Listen, I know I'm kind of a little silly for not knowing that, but we learn something new every day, right? Anyway, I'm holding it because I'm still kind of figuring out my setup in the new place, and I'm hoping I will be getting a new phone soon that I can connect this bad boy to, which will probably completely change how I'm gonna film. So, for now, let's try holding it, and then I can get some nice up-close whispers without leaning forward like a little goblin. You know how it is. So, one thing you might notice is I'm wearing a funky jacket, and it's got jack-o'-lanterns on it. Give you a little view of one jack-o'-lantern, one jack-o'-lantern, another jack-o'-lantern. Now, if I am wearing spooky attire, spooky attire, this of course can only mean we are continuing our Halloween celebration on my channel. Now, I usually read ghost stories, spooky themed stories, which I love to do, and I will be doing more of before the month is over, or I plan to at least, and honestly probably after the month is over too, if you all continue enjoying them. It is something I love. Anyway, but I thought we could expand the Halloween repertoire. Whoa, not even repeating that for the ASMR benefit, just repeating it to see if I know how to say it. Anyway, let's expand the repertoire and talk about some cherished Halloween childhood memories. I am scratching the page of my notebook that is sitting on my lap. And tapping it. And on this page, nice memories, I'd love if you share them in the comments. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy the video. Feel free to turn on notifications if you want to see when I post next. I appreciate it, and so does the algorithm. So, I thought I would start off with talking about trick-or-treating. Trick or treat. Trick or treat. Trick-or-treating. Can't get the words out of my mouth. So, I used to go trick-or-treating with my cousins who lived about 5 minutes away from me growing up. One of my cousins was just a year older than me, so we've always been close. We were very, very close when we were younger. And her mother was my aunt, my mother's sister, so they were close, and they would take us out trick-or-treating when we were young. And I just remember loving getting to see all the decorations at all the houses. And when I was really young, I was like very, very spooked by them. There are certain houses where you know you're gonna get the good candy and stuff, but I was thinking about the houses where I knew I was gonna see the really sick decorations. The sick decorations. There's one house I can still see where it is in my mental map of that neighborhood. One house that always did this super deluxe graveyard scene. Like, they got the deluxe pack for the decorations, you know what I'm saying? And then they would have whoever was handing out candy in the family would be all dressed up and something scary in that house. When I was really young, really young, and we would walk up to the sidewalk in front of that house, and I'd be like, are we walking up to that door? Because there are dead people there. There are dead people there. Of course, there actually weren't, but that's just how good those decorations were. And of course, now my aunt would also do her decorations. My stomach has something to say. My aunt, one of her things that she does is she has a different seasonal flag. I was just telling my partner about this. She'll have a different seasonal flag out, hanging in front of the house that she changes throughout the year. So there would always be a Halloween flag. I'm not sure if she's gotten any new ones over the years, but always a Halloween flag, like a jack-o'-lantern or a black cat or something along those lines, and then some spooky lights and things. Yeah, and these days actually less of a childhood memory, more of a recent memory. Growing up, my house that I lived in was actually an apartment, and we didn't have the craziest decorations, but now my mother lives with my stepdad, and he lives in a house, well, they live in a house, I should say, and he loves decorations. So for Halloween, he does a graveyard thing too, and he does a tombstone, a bunch of tombstones in a row for everyone in the family, and we all get to choose a quote or have an image on there associated with our name, so it's really cute. Anyway, that's completely off topic. Not completely, I guess. But anyway. So decorations. Love a Halloween decoration. mythology, I guess. It was Jack Sparrow. I was Jack Sparrow because I loved him. The Pirates of the Caribbean movies were new. And what I want to know is how no one knew I was gay and non-binary when I was being Jack Sparrow for Halloween at 6 years old. But I digress. I think 2nd grade, I was a dead cheerleader. And I remember we would go to Party City, and look at the giant, like, wall of all the images of all the costumes you could buy. And they would have all their funny little names. And I can't remember the name of that one. Was like Cheerless Leader. It was some kind of like pun. But I was a dead cheerleader. 3rd grade, I honestly don't remember what I was. 4th grade, though, I thought I was a little baddie kid. Well, I can't believe I don't remember what 3rd grade was, but anyway, 4th grade, I was an evil clown, like with a rubber clown mask, because I thought I was so cool and I was gonna scare people with it. And I did. And I remember coming into I was a menace in 4th grade, okay? Like, I mainly to like adults, because I wanted their attention. But anyway, I remember coming into my 4th grade class with my teacher there, who my friend and I would always like poke fun at, and I was just like wearing that mask, and like people didn't know who I was, and I thought it was so fun. And I also would go to Boys and Girls Club after school every day, through elementary school, and one of the staff there who I liked a lot, who I think I was just gay and had a crush on her when I look back, but anyway, she was really afraid of clowns, and I was like, I'm gonna screw with her. What was I doing in 4th grade? I was 9. I was like, I'm gonna screw with her and like walk up to her in my mask, and of course she hated it, and I thought it was so funny. A menace. I was a menace. Yeah, 5th grade. I don't remember 5th grade, but I do remember 6th grade. What's it called? Oh, I got really, really into my, like, emo scene phase. More scene specifically in 6th grade, because I was already kind of dabbling in emo, you know, when I was really young. I don't know why I'm trying to make a distinction right now, but anyway, it's really not important for this video. but, I was really into the band Black Veil Brides. I just want you guys to know, I want all of you to know, I'm outing myself in this video. I am exposing my embarrassing eras, and I don't know why, I'm just allowing it, but oh well. I loved Black Veil Brides, okay, and one of their things when I was in 6th grade at that time is, they probably still do this, but back then it was like very intense, like not exactly corpse paint, more like Kiss type of face paint. But the one thing that Andy Six, or Andy Biersack, or now I think he goes by Andy Black, one of the things that he would do was do like a stitch to smile, just like stitch, drawn onto his face. And so what I did, my mom and I like DIY'd this costume where we got a nice looking white dress from like Goodwill or something, some thrift store. We screwed it up, we like ripped it up, but dirty water, and I ran over it with the car. I had some kind of veil, kids type makeup, and I was a dead bride. That was a serve, okay? Like, when I look back, I see the pictures, like, all my friends were, like, being something, like, cute, and I was there looking, like, emo. I had, like, those swoop bangs, and I had, like, this, like, crying black makeup. Another thing he would do, Andy Biersack, is he would do, like, one of the lines coming down would have a cross. So I had, like, a cross, and then I had, you know, the stitch on my face. I thought I was so cool, but I love Halloween costumes. I loved them even more back then, so I had so much fun with that. And after that, I kind of just started being like a witch every year, if I'm not mistaken. There's been like maybe 1 year, I mean more recent years have been cooler things, but I'm kind of focusing on childhood. But through high school, like every year in high school I was a witch. I guess I just wanted to play it safe with something pretty and gothic. Anyway, moving on from the topic of costumes, I want to talk about one of the phenomena of Halloween, that is the haunted maze, or the haunted house, which I think are kind of the same thing realistically. Like, if you're gonna go into a haunted house that's meant for entertainment or whatever, it's basically a haunted maze. Like, you're just walking through something, right? Anyway, so to this day, I am not the biggest fan of haunted mazes. Now hear me out, okay? Because I know I love spooky things, and you would think I like stuff like that. But honestly, it hasn't been until like adulthood that I've even been able to really like enjoy horror movies and things like that. And I think it's just because maybe it's because I actually believe in ghosts. Maybe it's just, it was too overstimulating for me. I think as a kid, those haunted mazes were definitely just too overstimulating for me. Because they're just so loud and you can't see anything. There's often like flashing lights. People are coming out at you from nowhere. Like, for me, okay, I would rather enjoy some like cute, spooky things, an ambiance where I'm not being attacked. But it's also like, I can handle it a lot better now than I could back then, and I enjoy that stuff more now. But when I was a kid, you would not catch me in a haunted maze, unless I was like with people and felt like, okay, I need to show up, I need to do this. So, back to trick-or-treating. When we were trick-or-treating, there was a local church, and they would do a haunted maze. Tell me why a church is doing a haunted maze, and tell me why it's scary. Because I decided, I was young, I don't remember what year this was, like I don't remember how old exactly, but I was with my family, my mom was there, I remember. I decided, I'm gonna be brave tonight, and I'm gonna go through the church's haunted maze. I don't remember most of that. I do remember like crying a little bit when I came out, because those things would always make me cry when I was younger, because they're overstimulating. Okay, I don't even think it's because they're actually that scary. They're just overstimulating. I don't know what's going on. So I was crying by the end of it. I just remember at the beginning someone jumped out at me, but I do remember there was one point where like we were walking over some hallway and they had some kind of like plastic flooring thing where they had a person on the inside of it, like banging at the top of it, you know, as if just be saying that, like, for advertising, whatever. But, so it's a really old theme park, and all year it's just like a fun place to go on cute little rides with your friends. It's a lot cheaper than Disneyland, so you're more likely to have been there than Disneyland if you're, a normal kid from Southern California. You're not super rich. Even though a lot of people have been to Disneyland as well. Anyway. But it's like, kind of like Diet Six Flags, except in my opinion, the theme is better because it's more like Wild West themed. At least there's like a Wild West area. But Knott's is just all about like historical Southern California, which I love. I love history. So anyway, Knott's tangent, but during the month of October and a little bit before then, at night, Knott's Berry Farm turns into Knott's Scary Farm, and they have scare actors, people dressed as monsters and done in really nice makeup, like kind of like Universal Halloween Horror Nights or whatever. It's basically like that, but it's a little bit less extravagant, I guess, because it's a smaller theme park, not as expensive. But they have a ton of haunted mazes, or like scary mazes or whatever. And I have been to Knott's Scary Farm one time. One time. And I have been in, I think, one maze. If even one. I don't even remember what it was, but I went with a friend who also just kind of wanted to experience the spooky vibes and wasn't like needing to go into these mazes. And I was probably 13 when I went, but I just remember like seeing the people in line for those mazes, these long lines, and I was just like, I don't get it. I don't really, I mean, I get it, but it couldn't be me. Now these days, maybe I would, but that's because I'll go on YouTube and look up a walkthrough of someone going through the maze or something like that. But back then, I just remember walking around the park with my friend, and they have people, like I said, this scare. Yell if those dogs start barking. Anyway, they have the scare actors just like posted up around the park, and they pop out to scare you. There's an area of the park that is like flooded with fog, and I remember I was wearing my little scene face peak, right? I was wearing my little blood on the dance floor shirt because I thought I was a baddie. It was like white with like fake blood all over it. So I was like, I'm spooky, I'm scary, you can't get me. And my friend and I were walking through the foggy area, and I just remember like a werewolf looking guy popping out at me, and I was like, I wasn't built for this. I shouldn't die like this. I'm too young. But obviously I was fine. It was just so funny, and I remember oversleeping the next day and almost missing my piano lesson. But other than haunted mazes, I just saw this note. I totally meant to talk about this back on costumes, and this might be one of the last little memories I share because I need to go fry some eggplant before my partner gets home. So, of course, one of the most fun things about Halloween, besides getting to choose your costume, is getting to show off your costume at a spooky event, whether it be something like a haunted maze type of thing, or what my school would do every year when I was kindergarten it's, I think they might split it, like, half the school at a time, by grades or something like that. We would all gather on the playground, and parents were invited to come and sit around, and we would all, there's a giant, area of asphalt, area of the blacktop, and every parent and all the teachers, who weren't walking, I guess, because teachers would dress up as well, they would all sit around the blacktop, and we would all, us students, we would all get in our little classroom lines, in our little costumes, and we would walk around this giant playground with all the parents watching us, because we wanted to show off our costumes. And it was so fun. I remember, like, I loved getting to see what other people were wearing. And I remember that era, that every little child who had heard of the Scream movies or whatever was wearing that little Scream mask costume. And then there was the, like, more expensive one where that had the pump, and you would pump it, and fake blood would pump through the face. If you know, then you know. Comment down below if you were ever that for Halloween. But I just remember seeing like 30 of those every year for a few years there. But it was so fun, and it was cool getting to see like whose parents DIY'd their costume